Hello, welcome back to Culinary. It's time for the frog leg cooking session to begin. The frog leg cooking contest, yeah. We'll have one of those. I was just looking at over here and I can select another feed. We'll do that right now. Let's install the Cortex on Evans. Motor Cortex, yeah. Give him the Motor Cortex. Now he has +1 dexterity, which is actually pretty nice. I have to give everyone Motor Cortex, and then I guess it depends more or less on your preferences. Definitely Jed will do very well with the spinal implant. Probably a heart, he really likes a heart. As for us, well, I guess it will be... What was the other thing I needed? I have the companion thing, I have the kill monkey and companion. I guess I can go into damage now. I'll also take the rifle thingy, as it will have critical damage. But I don't know, the bonuses are just not good enough for me, at least not in the beginning. Yeah, I would get more aiming, but more aiming or more crits? That's the hard question. So, critical chance +1, critical damage, take 2, I guess I should have learned my lesson earlier, but I really need more accuracy on this guy over here. As you can see, his accuracy is 88 and it's kind of like not really enough, and that's one of the problems of the game. You struggle so much with accuracy. Now, the first time I played the game, I went first of all into the mission control, which was a kind of a big problem because the frogs there are very hard to kill. Now we have a few things that can help us. Oh man, I dislike this so much. I just wish... Why do you always have to look at where you're going? You should just click over there. We can do this fight. Might be a little harder. Let's try. Yeah, it's too much time wasted just looking at people moving. Live and let live, if only to live longer. No, we exterminate. Do they have... Yeah, they have a Psyker Frog, which is... They have 2 Psyker Frogs. Well, this is not going to be fun at all. Probably Faith is my weakest character. So maybe like... something like this, probably. I only have 1 energy shield. I should just get more energy stuff. If I can find them, that is. He's already crippled. Great. We have 2 options over here. I guess this is still a bit too hard for us, especially because the spitters will blind us. And they'll blind us very well because we don't have a lot of protection against the... Basically need better goggles. He panicked, that's not okay, but we can manage. Yeah, I guess we should have to start killing some of the frogs. Staggered. Critical, okay. Safe. Now I have to kill 1 bullfrog on each side and then I have to work on the psychers probably. Yeah, this one is so hard to hit, I don't know why. Poor Jed. Yeah, one thing you have to do is shoot and then use the steam, don't do it the other way around. They can also retreat, but as you can see, you don't really have anywhere to retreat since they can take it to anywhere on the map. I guess we could technically use a flashbang. I'm not sure if it helps against the psychers. Not action points, of course, I forgot. Go for aim shot at the frog. A lot of damage. I don't want to use the serum just yet. Probably I should have used it. Everyone's panicked as well. Panic is one of those mechanics in a game that will that will make you kind of angry at the game itself because it's so annoying when you have to deal with it. It's one of those things that, again, you should be able to do more or less the same things as the enemies in a game like this, especially in the beginning. Later on we'll encounter even more crazy stuff. Poison and blinded. It's going a bit crazy. Yeah. You have a turn where your character has one action point. How can you prevent this from happening? Yeah, this is why I'm saying sometimes the game is really unfair because of mechanics like this. And this is actually exactly what I was afraid of. We're just going to get blocked because we don't have anything to shoot at. Oh, oh well. This battle is already lost. There's nothing I can do to win. I guess you have to come here a little later. Even with my frog killer skill, it's not enough. They just have 0 action points. Even with his good armor, as you can see, they still can crit through it and cripple him, and they will hit all the time. And oh man, if we had just killed this one bullfrog, then probably would have been okay. Yeah, I really dislike this part of the game. Okay, let's try that again. He never really managed to balance the cycle frogs. I mean, I understand they're supposed to be strong and all of that, but there's no way you can fight and win if you're put in the middle of the room like this. Of course, we'll eventually be able to overpower them, but let's give it one more go. Well, I guess we can technically focus all our firepower on one of the cycle frogs, but I don't know, it's not enough. I think many people will try this fight about 10 times and then they'll realize, oh no, we cannot kill them, we have to do it later. Okay, we'll come back later. You know what, let's not even attempt it. It's just super annoying to do. Let's go to mission control. I think this is the part of the game that I really start to dislike it. The fights are nonsensical like this. I'm in the greenhouse, the cage. There's some modules, we'll get a quest from here. Fresh algae from Hydrophonics. Mushrooms, roasted frog legs. See? This is what I told you, the cooked frog leg contest. It's a quest, but it's a hidden quest. The first time I did that, I forgot about it. The worm. The basic story is that it's a worm. Anything special? What? So he has something special. Interesting. Persuasion was never a skill that was particularly useful. I also give this to Jed. It will be 12 melee resistance. I don't know, it doesn't really make any difference as you saw, because he can still get knocked down and damaged quite a lot. There's only 4 armor handling left. Ah, sure, you know, let's buy them. Probably we'll get them as a job soon enough, but looks very cool now, very tactical, except for the tiny shotgun. Armor handling went into minus now. Okay, let's explore the mission control a little more. I guess I could also go into the armory. Technically, Armory is the first place I should have visited, yeah. Because we can still do a few easy fights over here, and I remember we can get a nice gun. We can do the first level of the Armory without problems, but then it will get tricky. Wait, let's examine those crates. Yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of like a little puzzle game. You go over here, you take the leg armor, you can go and try the frogs again. You get some extra loot from this part. Fix this panel. Forget how we do that. These elements are not bad, but they have 4 armor handling and they don't provide a lot of ballistic protection, so I don't know. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get it a lot of times throughout the game. Yeah, we're just talking about older. Let me see, how was the correct sequence for this? No, I think we just fight them straight on. There is only 2 of them, so as you can see, you can come here when you have 4 people and fight 2 of them, or you can, you know, fight 2 versus 2 if you are going to come here very, very early. Ah, this is going to be okay. If I remember correctly, they have a nice gun that I really want to take, but they're also pretty dangerous in combat for whatever reason. Perfect. Ah, let's enter. Because that was not a headshot, not a critical hit. Shield is great. Okay, let's get in there. No. Aim for... What I mean? Because of the range, the evasion, the cover. Sometimes it feels like you don't really have a good option. You kind of have to improvise more and more. I guess we can do a regular shot as well. Wow, the regular shot did more than the headshots. One more time. Oh. Yeah, sure. At this point, we should just probably go for the headshots. staggered. A shame. That will happen sometimes. As you can see, the fights can go on forever. Yeah, let's just do a regular shot. I'm tired of trying to fish for crits, but that's how the way the game is supposed to be played. If you watch how I played in early access, you'll see that I mostly did snapshots, and as you can see, the snapshots can enable him to fire 2 times per round and many other crazy things like this. So yeah, I guess it's a matter of choice at this point. Shouldn't really be able to destroy or punch through his armor, so that's why I'm not worried. Ah, more headshots. Wow, this is so crazy. I'll never be able to understand how the developers could make a game where you deal 3 damage and then you deal 19 damage with the same shot, the same action point cost. It's a massive difference. It's 6 times the damage. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, the rifle. That's why I wanted the old Betsy rifle. This is actually a common rifle name. It's not a unique item, but I think this is the earliest you can get it. 3 and 3. Technically this is an upgrade, but it will cost me some armor handling. I have a few points in armor handling. Probably want to save them for a bit later. 15. As you can see, this is a little more penetration and accuracy and aimed. Because this is supposed to be used, you know, in automatic fire mode. No, I think this is okay. Because we can take the elevator down and then we'll start over here. We can also take the other elevator. I don't know, you can avoid fights, you can not do the fight. This is the hardest fight in the game, probably in the beginning. You can do a skill check to make one of the enemies or two of the enemies go away, but otherwise it's still pretty hard. And try to push aside dexterity. A rare battery. Power cell, yes. Gadget. So as you can see, this is an upgrade, which means it goes from 20 shield HP and shield damage reduction to 3. 40, I mean. So that's basically 10 more shield HP, which is great. Yeah, so this is going to be for a while later. Now I guess we can go back and try the frogs again, since we have done a few upgrades. We can also go to the mission control. I don't know. As you can see, I'm trying to play this in a few different ways, so I can see what is better, if anything changed. Otherwise, I don't really want to play the game as I played it before. I think there are more frogs here. Step inside. And there is another cycle frog, okay. Let's see how this works. As you can see, he can resist the damage much better now with 12 instead of 9, but he still can get critted and knocked down super easy. And then they just poison him and blind him. Evans did much better, even though he had a lot less leg armor. Go for the Psycho Shock because there are not a lot of enemies. Great. And yeah, as you can see, it's a bit of a gamble. Still didn't die. That's unfortunate. So you have aim head, bullseye, and this is a new skill, bullseye. It can deal massive damage. Ah, well, I guess we're missing one action point. It can deal massive damage, but at the same time it's kind of risky to use it only in one turn. Staggered. Okay, let's try that bullseye thingy. As you can see, some of the guns will have special attacks more or less. Like if you consider them special attacks. Critical chance is plus 20%. Penetration and critical on hit. Basically, you can inflict knockout or staggered. Not staggered. I forgot what the other one was that decreased the action points. Or just, you know, outright killing them. You can loot this guy for a quest item, which is not really a quest because you don't have the quest yet. So this is another strange thing. You're getting quest items before you get the quest items. Those are some really juicy grenades, and I think this is a chip extraction thingy. Neural uplink, and you know, that sounds interesting, right? It is, but it's only one intelligence. That's just more resources. So I guess if I want to do that other frog fight, I'll have to reach deep into my pockets and use some of the aggro serums. I don't remember if the frog are resistant to gas. Probably they're not resistant to the gas. Anyway, this is quite a sizable upgrade now we have now. You can put a rope and go down here. As you can see, I have a few ways to get around the place, but it's still the same thing. I also have 11 power cells. We can even try the star monster again. Sure, let's try. But again, it's just trial and error at this point, so I don't know if you can really call it difficulty. I guess I can try reload the game until I get to the point where I can one-shot them through a crit. I don't know why they still... My finding is very weird now. Usually they are much better than this. Terminate. I don't think there's a good reward for doing this. It's going to be mostly a waste. So sometimes you'll just have these fights where you lose basically resources. There's not much you can do about that. And sometimes it's just better to have a lot of evasion rather than gamble on armor, because armor is still a gamble. He's already crippled. But yeah, his damage resistance is much better. He should basically be able to resist all the damage, but if they crit, and they seem to have a very big crit chance, he still goes down. Oh, that's the first time I see the frogs miss, actually. And they hit once and they blind him, of course. Blocked. It's so painful when they miss an 89% chance to hit. Probably I'll have to reload that since again, it's so much pain involved. Okay, one of them was killed very fast. Now as for him, there's not much I can do except turn on the regeneration and end the turn. Yeah, we're just going to miss a lot, I think, because the blinded effect is so brutal, even though technically we should be able to resist some of the blind. The animations are also a bit slow, but I like them. Wow, they're missing a lot. Panicked. I really want to kill that one, but I guess we still have to deal with the frogs from here. You know what, let's use regeneration as well. Oh, nice crit, extremely nice crit. It's just not worth even shooting with him. I guess I can try to kill one of the other ones, but... yeah, that's the big problem. 7, crippled. 5, crippled again. Knockdown, perfect. Exactly what they wanted. They attack the head. And they do a lot more damage. Even though technically they shouldn't be able to cripple him because he has 100% armor against that. Unbelievable, a single Psycho Frog was left and it just nerfed him to pieces. Cannot do anything, and I really dislike this part of the game where they just smash your entire team like this. And think about it, only 2 frogs are actually dealing damage, or 3 frogs in this case. No, at this point, as you can see, he's just gambling. He's just gambling, come on. They shouldn't be able to nerf your party that much. Yeah, you can use more stuff, you can use neural, I don't even care. You can use a lot of stuff to make this fight easier, but it's just gambling. You'll have vastly different results based on your luck, I guess. Okay, let's do this again. I might be forced to use the neural stuff. It's such a one-sided fight, to be honest. I don't think I can give him anything better. Vision 29. I think, yeah, we can give them these boots. We'll try. And people will disagree with me and say, oh, you don't know how to play the game. No, I'm playing the game exactly as it should be played. It's just that I'm getting so unlucky with my dice rolls, because this game is a dice roll, that I basically have to restart as soon as the fight starts. They shouldn't be able to knock you down in the first hit. Or cripple you that fast, especially if you have decent leg armor. And we will need those serums for a lot of upcoming fights, believe me, it's not going to be that easy. Most of the fights in this part of the game are supposed to be the easy part of the game, but they're not really that easy. Especially because how much they debuff you and how much they can affect your team. Do a regular shot and then activate healing. He still missed. Still missed. He still missed. He barely did enough damage. Well, time to watch my team die again. 30 minutes of game time and I'm still stuck on the frog fight. There's not much you can do about it. Sometimes you'll finish this fight in the first attempt without better weapons, better armor. Sometimes you just have to spend a lot of time on it. I guess I should throw my grenades, but at some point it doesn't even matter because you are losing the fight because you're getting debuffed, knocked down, panicked and all of those stuff very, very early on. You're not losing because you're playing badly. And you're just missing so much that it's not even worth it. You're also not dealing enough damage with your shots. Oh man. So again, the frogs basically have no armor. You hit a critical bullseye for 15 minus 11. Helmet, damage reduction, shield and so on. So basically a critical hit from this rifle, which should be doing about 20 damage, does a lot less damage on the frog because of the shield, but you can also break the shield's frog with other guns, so it doesn't make sense. Calculation of the damage is shown to you, but it makes less sense if you see it. And Jedi's or tankiest character. Imagine if the frogs start to do this to any other character. Blinded, blinded. Panicked again. You know, I'll just use the generation. I think we can go through this fight and finish it. He had one job only. One job only. Points. You have a turn where you have 0 action points. How are you supposed to play this game in this style? I don't know. I really don't understand how the developers could have made this game so annoying and so stupid like this. It's not a fight, it's a puzzle fight. What is even the... Again, I'm ranting a little bit and I'll probably do this a couple of times throughout the playthrough, but I don't know how else to say it. Look at this, we have so much gear on us, we have so many guns, so much firepower, so many different things you can play with, but in that fight you're basically... There's nothing you can do, it's luck. They just made the worst possible design decision, so they made the games... It's more like gambling, it's not even fun to play. And as you can see, I'm not even activating my shield, because that's just wasted action points. Okay, let's use more and more resources. So in a fight that should be relatively easy to do later in the game, you will have to spend basically 1000 credits to get it done. Even if the frogs have a 10% crit chance, they still feel like they crit too much. Plus the spitters, look at that, they're missing Jet, but they're hitting Faith or Evans, which have a lot more evasion. He's at a rock concert. See? This pistol does more damage against the shield than the rifle. And he was not even using bullseye. So he can kill the frog in one turn, but he cannot kill the frog in one turn with his rifle. Yeah, they are resistant to the gas. I guess that doesn't really matter that. Critical 2 points. Oh man, this game is hilarious sometimes. That was a graze. Well, he can shoot once. Doesn't really matter though. Is it really worth shooting? Yeah, okay. We'll do it for the graze. And we should be able to kill the frog if we hit it, right? Well, a stun is a lot better. Triple. Triple knockdown. See what I mean? They're just so strong with their attacks. Even though he has a lot better leg armor. Yeah, focus on him, that's right. The weird thing is that even if the Psyker is stunned, as you can see, he still has enough action points to panic one of our other characters. Minus 18, so this is all of the things they deal to you. Minus perception, minus accuracy, minus everything. I guess technically I should do weak spot. Oh wow. That's RNG for you. That's the problem with the game. Heal. 5 action points this turn. Why? Because of the penny. But still, why? Just get more evasion. I guess at this point I can try more regular shots because we do have the damage and the crit chance, but just not hitting for reasonable amounts of damage. Just do a regular shot on the frog. Wow. Still 0 action point. And this is exactly how angry I got the first time I was playing this part as well. So nothing really changed when it comes to this fight. It's as gimmicky as ever and it's not even fun to play. The panic state is... I don't want to say it's overpowered or too strong, but wait. Why am I not seeing his HP bar? The panic state is not as strong as it looks in the beginning, but come on, give the player a bone. It's not like they can do anything about it, they just have a lot less action points to work with. I'm forced to use the healing. This frog has been eating his legs for such a long time. There you have it. Still a useless character out of combat. For 3 turns, or what was that? Yeah, I think 3 turns. Triple the knockdown. Yeah, let me guess. He will hit his face. Oh, how did I get so lucky that it was 10? I might still get killed by the spitter, in which case I'll have to reload and I'll be very angry. I need a 10 speed animation for this one. Not just do regular shots against this stupid thing. Technically I have to hide him now. Not really sure of the angles of the attack. This game has a weird system where you can actually block the shots, but it's going to be weird. The more you play with it, the more you'll see. Can you actually do something now? I think you can. There's a lot of damage. Congratulations. Yeah, definitely you're not supposed to do this fight, not even at this point. You're supposed to do it so much later. Just has a great element and a great set of leg armor, otherwise you'd have been killed 10 times already. As you can see, as soon as the buffs start, or the debuffs start wear off, you're going to do much better. It will hurt a lot when you miss your shots. Anyway, at least the bullseye will inflict stun status on them. I guess I should use probably another heal item on him, but we're not only making him angry, we're making him more stupid. I guess we can try aiming at the weak spot a little. Bullseye. Finally, you can see the knockdown animation. Well, you have the honor of finishing the fight. You deserve it. You only get one, but you get two out of this. Anyway, let's get the rewards. The rewards will be the long arm of the law and another gadget. The long arm of the law is actually one of the rifles that we'll be using for a very long time. You cannot even imagine for how long you'll use it. So again, the damage is nonsensical. It's basically the same thing. What matters are the passive stats. As you can see, the passive stats are accuracy 2, critical chance 4. Penetration and stagger is basically non-existent, but this one has more penetration, more stagger. But the action point cost is the same. The effective range is 9, so it has a little less range. I give the distortion field to Evan. So he has the shield, distortion field, a lot of armor, and Faith just runs away from combat. What did this guy give me? Advanced targeting chip, okay. So you can put these things into the eye implant. But yeah, this is where the game gets a little weird, because as you can see, you can get upgrades for your implants in the form of chips plus overclocking them. So yeah, I guess you can fix it in case you want to see it. So plus 1 perception, but I would also get for accuracy, aim, and critical chance. So this is the cool system. This is the very cool system that I like a lot about the game. Why is it letting me loot it again? Have any implants? I don't know, and I thought I was going to get 2 of those brains because there are 2 frogs, but you only get 1. Oh well. Was it worth it? Probably it was worth it. Wow, 45 minutes, okay. You know what, I'll not edit this video, I'll just leave it as it is and people can see how the game is. So I'm also, when I'm playing games like this, when I'm doing Let's Play, they have also a kind of a review value to them, because sometimes, you know, people will not believe you. If I edit this out and make it perfect, that will be 25 minutes of me playing the game perfectly, but I also want to show you the bad side of the game, and I want to show you why my review for this game is negative, and it's actually my most voted review on Steam. Let me see how many votes it has. So 95 people found your review helpful, 11 found your review funny. So that's the way the game is. And this is how the game will be. But anyway, I promise from this point on I'll edit more and I'll try to do the fights a little more interestingly, and I'll not reload them as much. You'll just see one clear cut fight. Unless I get angry, then I might leave the rest on the video. Anyway, that's how you're supposed to do the frog fight, and you're supposed to do other stuff. And now we have to do other stuff as well. Wait, I have the moonshine? I keep forgetting how these quests are made or when I can finish them, I don't know. Boom. Here's your algae. Yeah. Take the token. Take the token. What does it authorize? Always take the training tokens. The training tokens are the best. They just give you extra skills. Critical strike, evasion, and armor. This will be great for our character. Exactly what I wanted to see and use. But again, you have to know this from metagaming knowledge. Sometimes, like the game, like I did with Gia, the girl that wanted us to open the door and we stole the key and there was a turret inside the locker container. So people told me that you actually get a reward from her if you split the money and meet her later. But that was a clear sign that she wanted to frame us and kill us because the turret was going to kill us anyway, but no. You're supposed to split the money and she will give you a reward later. Next time. Bye bye.